Hey, my name's Jake Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The Justice Minister has just announced how much a rent tribunal is going to cost once the Renters' Rights Act is live on the 1st of May. Now, this is interesting because if you're a tenant, you're going to want to know how you could actually stop rent increases happening to you. And if you're a landlord, you're going to want to know, wow, what is going to happen? How long is this going to take? Is this going to cost you any money? Well, I've got the information here so we can really understand what's happening. Now, before we jump into this, though, if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do subscribe to my channel over there and hit that bell notification. Join over 50,000 subscribers who get all the latest house price news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much, much more. And help me get some views on this video. Your part in that is simple. All you need to do is smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that really does help the channel grow. So thanks to everybody that does that. So, who is the Justice Minister? I didn't know this until just now. And so the Justice Minister is someone called Sarah Sackman. And she's been asked, how much are these tribunals going to cost? Because a lot of people are likely to use them going forward. So in the Renters' Rights Act, you should, if you haven't done already, if you're a landlord, get a copy of this. This is called the Renters' Rights Act information sheet. You have to, by law, give this to your tenant by the end of May. If you don't, you're going to get fined £7 grand. How can you get one? You can go to the government website, or if you want an easier option, find it in the description. I would then make sure your tenant actually signs a copy or lets you know, acknowledges that they've got receipt. So here's the important stuff in here. So increasing rent. Let's just quickly cover what they say in here. So increasing the rent. Your tenancy agreement may contain review clauses. These are terms in the agreement that allow the landlord to increase the rent. Rent review clauses cannot be used for new rent increases from the 1st of May. If you have a rent review clause in your current tenancy agreement, it will not apply. So what does that mean? That means that if you have a tenancy agreement with your tenant and it says we review the rent every 6 months, doesn't matter. It's not relevant. Or if you say we review the rent every year, doesn't matter. Like, the landlord actually has to do something. Landlords must instead use the process in Section 13 of the Housing Act for increasing rent. This means they can only increase the rent once per year. They will need to give you written notice of the proposed rent increase at least 2 months before that increase would take effect, using a form called 4A. So you need to learn how to do that. Any rent increases must be no higher than the open market rent. If you think the proposed increase is above market rate, you can challenge it at a first tier tribunal. So most tenants probably don't realise that they can challenge rent increases. Well, they do now, because they're getting a letter from the government that you're giving that tells them that, right? So that's important to understand. They're going to be made aware of this. If you don't give them this letter, you're going to get fined loads of money. So how much are these going to cost? Well, the tenant has to pay for it, and it's not a lot of money. It's £47. So £47 means they get a hearing to argue that their rental increase isn't fair. Here's where it also isn't fair for the landlord side. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that you were going to have a tenant that had £1,000 in rent, right? That was their rent. And you were going to increase it by £50 per month, £50 per month. And that brought it to a level that was in the market rate, which it says you can do, right? So it doesn't say a percentage, doesn't say with inflation. It says it's got to be the market rate. So maybe the market rate's 1,100 and you bringing it up to 1,050, right? The tenant says, no, I don't think this is fair. And so they go to pay this £47 and take it to tribunal. Now, these tribunals are going to be massively backlogged. Like, they're not going to be able to cope with it, right? There's going to be so many of them. People haven't really used them previously. they're going to be inundated with people using them. Here's where it benefits the tenant. Because it takes a while to get this hearing, while they're waiting, they don't have to pay that extra £50 a month. And let's just say that this takes 1 year to get concluded. That means you lose out on £600 in rent. So maybe you have the tribunal and you think, well, I've won. Brilliant. They owe me £600. You're wrong. They don't owe you anything at that stage. They owe nothing at all because it isn't backdated. All that would happen at the tribunal is that now it's agreed that that extra £50 is chargeable. So going forward, you can charge them that amount of rent. Here's the problem, because that might take 1 year. Courts are very backlogged. This is similar to a court process. I think it's going to be quite slow to get this done. You're now a year later. You're now going to want to do another rental increase. So now you go for another rental increase, and the tenant is then going to take you to the tribunal again. And this could just go on forever. Now, some tenants will just be like, you know what, fair game, that's what the market rent is. But lots are going to play the system here, because why wouldn't they? For the sake of £47, why wouldn't every tenant challenge every rent increase? Because by challenging it, you're actually saving yourself a ton of money, because the longer it takes to actually get the hearing, you've saved all of that money, which could be hundreds. Now, in some places, it could be thousands of pounds. If you're at a higher level property and you need to increase the rent by £200 or £300 a month, this could be many thousands of pounds that you're out of pocket. So here's what you need to do. And I believe in building relationships with your tenants. Like, my tenants all have my mobile number. We meet. If there's maintenance, I'll often go round with the boiler, with the plumber or whoever, and just have a look, have a chat, let them know what's going on in the market. And I'm personally giving these out. Even though I've got letting agents, I'm just getting them to get signed, let the tenants know, let them know what the market rate is, let them know if you're charging less. I have a tenant this week that the market rate is about 200 quid more, but they are immaculate. They don't call in maintenance very often. Sometimes they fix stuff themselves. And so because of that, and because my mortgage is low, I'm keeping them below market rate, but I've let them know that it's below market rate, right? So they feel like they're getting a good deal as well. And they probably go and check that, and they can see quite easily that they are getting a good deal. So this is what's going to happen. More people are going to use this tribunal stuff. I think it's going to get really, really popular in 2026. And that's going to delay rental increases for a lot of landlords. So if you need to get one in, you might want to do it before the 1st of May. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. If you haven't given out the information sheet yet to your tenants, grab it in the description. If you're a tenant and you want to see what this is all about, grab it in the description as well. Like, everyone should be reading this and finding out what's in there. It's fairly basic. It's 4 pages from the government, but we've got to get this out. If we don't, we're going to get big fines. Do subscribe and check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.